For the following exercises, sketch a graph of the piecewise function and write the domain in interval notation. All right, so let's take a look at the first piecewise function. So basically a piecewise function is essentially a function that has two mathematical operators in it, or two equations we can think of, all right? And each one of these two equations, actually let me put them in slightly different colors, okay? Each one of these two equations has a different domain. Here's the domain of the first mathematical equation, and here's the domain of the second mathematical equation. So what we need to do, the biggest key here, is actually, if we have to graph this whole thing, let's look at each piece individually. All right, so we're going to look at this one first, and then we will shift our attention to the second one next. All right, so first let's take a look at the first one. So let's draw a set of axes. Okay, draw one down, looks good, and then we'll draw the x. Okay, let's label them y and x. Now, let's first, it doesn't really matter which one we work with. All right, let's work with the top one first. Now, it says that the overall function will follow this mathematical equation, x plus 1, if or when x is less than -2. Now, I know it doesn't say equal to, but what I want to do is my first idea is actually graph this particular function when x is -2. Okay, that's my first step. So if I were to write the equation down here, right, x plus 1, and I'm going to say now x is equal to -2, then I would say -2 plus 1 is equal to obviously -1. So we know this is the y value, or the f of x value, and this was our x value. So what I need to do is plot this point, -2, -1. So if I go to my graph, right, we go over to the left 2 spots, and then we go down 1 spot. So it looks like we are right here, okay? This would be the first point. However, do not fill in this point. Why? Because it didn't say equal to -2. It just said less than, all right? So just put a nice open circle there, all right? Now, that's great. Now what we'll do is let's now take another value. Some value that's less than -2. All right. Let's do -3. So let's plug in now. Remember, the function is x plus 1. If we plug in -3 for x and we add 1 to it, what do we get? We get -2. So now here's my next set of, or here's my next coordinate, -3, -2. Where is that? Well, here's -1, -2, -3 in the x direction. And then we got to go down 2 spots, right? So we got to go essentially over 3, down 2. And we're going to plot the point right there. Okay? So I'll put that in black. So it's going to be right here. All right? And then I'll do one more and you'll probably detect the pattern. Right? Now let's say x, instead of using -3, let's say it's -4. Add 1 to it. What do you get? It's -3. So these are the new coordinates, -4, -3. So what are you going to do? You're going to go out to the left 4 spots on the x, and then down, and then down 3 spots on the y, and you're located right there. All right, so let's do that. So let's put another point there, and we can keep going, but we don't really need to. I think you see the pattern. It's a linear function, right? So basically the line is going to look just like this, okay? Something like that. Make it a little neater. There we go. Okay, this is exactly what it's going to look like. So we took care of the topmost portion. Now let's take care of the bottom equation. So now this is saying when x is greater than or equal to now -2. So what we're going to do is choose -2 again and plug it into this function now. Okay, I'm going to do the work over here. So we have now -2x minus 3. Right, remember, this is essentially equal to y. All right. I know it says f of x, but remember, f of x is basically y. It's the same mumbo jumbo. So y is now equal to, let's plug in -2 for the x. Subtract that from 3. This is going to be +4 minus 3. That's going to give us a +1. So when x is -2, y will be 1. Let's find that. So go out -2 places, go out to the left 2 places on the x, and up 1, and here you are. Okay. Now dot that point. But fill that point in, right? Fill it in because it includes, it says greater than or equal to -2. So fill that point in, all right? So now what we're going to do, let's choose another value. And we're only going to do this one more time and you'll see the pattern. So now y is, let's plug in, why don't we plug in a value of 0? That's kind of nice, okay? 0 is greater than -2 here, okay? So -2 times 0 minus 3, and obviously this comes out to be y is equal to -3. So now here are our coordinates. X is 0, y is -3. Where is that located? Well, x is 0, so you're going to stay at the origin and then go down three spots. So you're going to go right to here, right? And now you're going to fill that point in. Okay, so let's do that. Let's fill in this point. And then you can keep plotting this, but the line equation is a linear line, right? It's not a quadratic or a cubic, it's a linear line. So I know that this thing is just going to be now a nice straight line through those 2 points, and my goodness, right? Let me try to make this a little neater. And it looks something like that, okay? Now this line, the only problem is, I was getting distracted. Should I have written in this whole part here? No, right? I cannot write this whole piece. Why? Because x has to be greater than -2. All of these points to the left of this one are all less than -2. So really what I need to do, right, is erase this part of the line. It has to start right there at x is equal to -2. And it will continue on indefinitely on over to the right. Okay, so this is the graph. Now, let's take a look at the next one. And this one we're going to go a little through a little faster. All right, so let's see if I can just use these axes now. I already made them, so let's just move them over here. Okay, that looks good. So now, same thing. Take the first equation here. I'll do a little color on this one. All right, so this is going to be y is equal to 2x minus 1. And the first value I'm going to plug in is indeed 1 for x. Okay, so y is equal to 2 times 1 minus 1. Technically, this shouldn't be equal to. I really should be having the less than sign there, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get the point. So this is going to be 2 minus 1, and obviously that's 1. So here we have a y value of 1 and an x value of 1. So what you do is you go over 1, up 1, and here's your point. Okay, now don't dot it in. Leave it as an open circle. Why? Because remember, for this first mathematical equation, it cannot equal 1. It has to be less than 1. So you use the value of 1 just to find your anchor point, essentially, but you keep the circle open. All right? Now what we'll do is we got to choose a value, keeping this domain in mind, and choose a value that's now less than 1. All right, so why don't we choose 0? Right, 0 is less than 1. So that could be possible. So 2 times 0 minus 1, what do we get? Y is equal to now -1. So when x is 0, y is -1. Let's plot that. So when x is 0 here, y is just -1. Just go down one spot. Now this is a real point, okay, on the graph. And you can keep on continuing this, okay? But you realize that we are dealing with a linear function. So I don't really, I know it's going to be a straight line. I know which way it's going. I can kind of just draw the line now, all right? So we start here, go through this point, and then it's going to continue on out, just like I have. Okay, so that's the first component of this equation, all right? Now let's do the second part. I'll put this part in red, okay? Now, the second piece is going to be f of x, or I'll just call it y, it's easier, okay, equals 1 plus x for any x value that is greater than or equal to 1 now. So again, use the value of 1 and plug it in for your x here. So y is equal to 1 plus 1. Hopefully we know this one. I think we do, right? I wish all problems were like this. So when y is 2, when x is 1, okay, y will be 2. So now find that point. Okay, so when x is 1 here, y is going to be 2. Ah, right up here, right? Now dot that in. It's a dotted point because it includes it. It's equal to. Okay, great. Now let's choose another point. What point would you like? I can't really hear you, so I'm going to choose, I hope maybe you said 2. That would be great if you did. All right. What's the probability of you saying 2 and me saying 2? It's an interesting question. So here we'll have 1 plus x again, but x we said is going to now be 2. So what do we get here? Y is equal to 3. So when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, let's plot that point. So we go out 2 places, up 3, looks like we are right here, right? So let's plot that point. Boom. Okay, and we can keep going, but we don't really need to. Now remember, only x values greater than the x value of 1 will be graphed, so do not continue the line all the way out here. This portion is wrong. You have to start it here and go on out that way. Okay, I'll probably turn this a little bit just to be a little more accurate. There we go. That looks beautiful now. Okay, so this now is indeed the graph of the piecewise function. I know it looks kind of funky, right? But I mean, it says piecewise, so it's going to be a bunch of pieces put together. So hopefully this helps, guys. I really hope it does. Please remember to subscribe if you can. That'd be great. It just takes a literal second. Hit that red button, all right, and the like button too. We'd so much appreciate it. We really like to get you more stuff, all right, and that'll help us do so. So please take care and enjoy.